our daughter was here, she would.
Hi, everybody. Pete Santilli here. I have an important update, and this is a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out as part of this document dump from our confidential source that has relayed to us some documentation that was discovered. That's very disturbing, and as a matter of public interest, I'm going to be revealing these documents, describing what they are, what we have in our possession, and also these documents have been secure in multiple locations, so it doesn't even matter if they come get Pete Santilli and come take the documents. That's going to be irrelevant because it's not going to stop this stuff from going out. Now, let me share with you, and I'm going to just show you on the screen here, and then highlight, of course, the contents of the document. This is a law enforcement. It's actually law enforcement force supervisors, which is dated June of 2015. Okay, you'll notice here the badge, and of course the militarized forces within the BLM and the U.S. National Wildlife Refuge System, and the way they train these law enforcement officers, how they prepare them tactically, SWAT, to virtually militarize this force, and not only that, but to teach them the protections that they have through the federal government, and teach them that they're personally protected. They talk about civil liability, of course, professional responsibility. Let me give you a couple of examples here. Personal liability litigation against federal employees. Now, I will tell you this: through this document here. And I'll highlight a couple of things. The overall disdain for the American public that basically pays their wages is very evident through this documentation. You'll see this. But they talk about a personal liability litigation, of course, recognizing legal risks, okay? And look at this. Understanding that your risks are low. And to rest assured that legal counsel will almost always be available to you, and to appreciate powerful legal defenses that can be raised on your behalf. Okay? This is to set their mind at ease, and I'm going to tell you how they set their mind at ease. They essentially tell them through this document and through this training session that they have virtual immunity from any prosecution, that they have the full force and effect and of the entire U.S. government legal team, and it's actually kind of discussing as you go through this. They present the possible legal defenses through the U.S. Department of Justice, legal support for federal employees, and in addition to helpful terms. I'll read a couple to you here. Okay, individual capacity litigation is not the same as official capacity litigation, and that's back to something called qualified immunity, because their job and the execution, even if they make a mistake in the course of their job, they essentially claim that no matter what happens, that you'll be immune from any prosecution, and that we will assign so many troops to the legal team that it'll be virtually impossible for anybody to hold anyone accountable in their official capacity of operating in the U.S. Department of Forestry or Wildlife. Now look at this. I'm going to share something with you here. Here's one very important slide. Miscellaneous personal legal issues. Okay. Subpoenas for testimony, depositions, and civil actions, internal investigations. And listen to this. Okay. And this is what I mean by disdain towards the American public. Liens against personality and realty filed by what they refer to as kooks. So those people that are filing lawsuits to hold these people accountable, you, as a member of the American public, are referred to by these people as kooks. Okay, it's kind of sad, but it's absolutely true how they treat and consider the American public. And I apologize for that background noise. I'm not going to edit that out in any way, shape, or form. This is how we're operating here on the ground in Burns, Oregon. This documentation also includes some slides here, and I'm going to be publishing this thing on the PeteSantilliShow.com, and I will share with you their staffing and their militarization under the color of law. That I need to add this. It's very, very important that these powers, these law enforcement powers, they're agencies, in fact. These powers have not been delegated to them by the states. The states ultimately creating the federal government, all these various agencies are all unconstitutional. The way they're militarizing their forces is very, very not only inappropriate, but they have no law enforcement authority over us. As I said, their disdain towards the American public and the cockiness that they have as it relates to qualified immunity. Ultimately, qualified immunity allows them in their official capacity as a law enforcement official with a badge and a gun to get away with literally with murder if that's what the charge is. They let the employees know, of course, these government officials know that if you were to be sued, don't worry about it. We will assign the biggest legal team on the face of the planet to defend you, and there's multiple ways that we can defend you, including through qualified immunity. And I apologize. Deborah is just really, really bad at controlling the dogs in the background. We won't put that on full display. She's just, I don't know what's going on over there, but there she is wrestling with Miss Ginge in the background. So that's right. But stay tuned for more information like this. This information came to us from confidential sources, of course. I want you to review this document. Take a look at. You'll become very disgusted as we have as we've gone through their materials. This is an example of some of the documentation that's coming out of the dungeon per se of the U.S. federal government employees, how they operate behind the scenes, and of course, certainly not within the best interests of the American public. Relaying this to you right now in our bunker in Burns, Oregon. Just outside the Malheur Wildlife Refuge. We'll be having more information like this as we sift through it and make sense of it. We have bombshell information coming in the days ahead. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this information. Spread it far and wide. Please do so. Thanks a lot, and stay tuned to our continuing coverage here in this constitutional, we're calling it opportunity. Let's make what is very, very wrong through this documentation, start making it right. Let's expose it, and let's hold these people accountable. Thanks.